Hello everybody, hope you're all having a good day today. It is Guilds of Ravnica release day, and so I've got a couple of box openings for us here. The first thing I'm going to start out with is the Guilds of Ravnica pre-release pack, Golgari. So I figure I'll open this up. I've got a fat pack that's also coming and a booster box that hasn't arrived yet, but it should be here in a couple of days. So we'll get started with this. In Guilds of Ravnica, they had a pre-release special where you would pick a guild and you would get 5 booster packs and a seeded pack that was in the colors. So we're going to get 5 Guilds of Ravnica booster packs, and we're also going to get a green and black seeded pack here. So first off, we also get a Golgari spin down die. Very cool. And we have our packs, a little Golgari deck divider, and a Elf Knight token with a little code on the back for MTG Arena. I've already redeemed mine. You can only get 1 per account, so if anyone wants this, there you go. There it is. Okay, so we'll start with the seeded pack here. Now again, this is going to be only Golgari cards, so it's meant to give you a good start on the deck you want to build. Alright, so our promo is Gruesome Menagerie. It's a 5 mana sorcery, and it acts as a recursion spell for creatures that have a cost 1, 2, and 3. It's actually really cool in EDH because it's a nice little combo enabler. Golgari Locket, Pilfering Imp, Grappling Sundew, Ocaran Assassin, Prey Upon, Undercity Uprising, Severed Strands, Bartizan Bats, Portcullis Vine, Hired Poisoner, Hitchclaw Recluse, Child of Night, Generous Stray, and a Guildgate. So got a couple uncommons there. Gives you a nice little founding box, although this one doesn't seem too strong. The packs are pretty randomized, so I'm not sure if I would be stuck in Golgari just yet for that. But let's start with the packs now. Now I'm going to skip over the commons just because, just for time's sake here, but we'll start with the uncommons. Alright, first one is Ledev Champion. It's a pretty solid draft card. We have Guild Summit. This is pretty interesting for Gate Tribal. Thought Erasure. It's a pretty good discard spell. You get to surveil at the end of it. And our first rare is Midnight Reaper. Alright, so we're still in our colors. And it's whenever a non-token creature you control dies, it deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. So it's a nice little bit of card advantage, especially in Golgari when you want stuff to die. And we got a Guildgate and a token. Not bad for the first pack. Alright, for the second one. Okay, so our first uncommon is Golgari Raiders. We have a split card, Discovery and Dispersal. Now with the split cards, you get to choose which side you want to cast, and which side you cast will count towards its converted mana cost. And this one is Surveil 2 and draw a card on one side, and each opponent returns a non-land permanent they control with the highest converted mana cost among permanents they control to its owner's hand, then discards a card on the dispersal side. We have a City Watch Sphinx. This is a really solid card. I like big flyers. And our rare, Camaraderie. Alright, so this is a Selesnya card. You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control gain +1/+1 until end of turn. So it's a really nice late game card, especially if they don't have much removal. It seems like it's kind of a win more card, but in board stalls this is really good. Okay, we get a Boros Guildgate and a Bird Illusion token. That's interesting. All right, pack number 3. Still leaning towards doing the Golgari. Maybe we splash some white if we keep getting some green-white spells. Okay, first uncommon in pack 3 is Murmuring Mystic. This is kind of like a more expensive Talrand. Inescapable Blaze. It's a pretty good instant speed removal, but it does cost 6. Inspiring Unicorn. When it attacks, creatures you control get +1/+1. Oh, that's pretty good. Cool, buffs your whole team when it attacks. And our rare is a double-sided card, Find and Finality. Okay, so this is in black-green, so things are looking pretty good for our little limited deck here. So the Find side, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, and Finality is you may put 2 1/1 counters on a creature you control, then all creatures get -4/-4 till end of turn. This is actually a really, really flexible card. I'd probably play Finality a little bit more because it's a board wipe, but you might need Find for late game. If they keep killing all your creatures, you want to get some of your good stuff back. And, ooh, a Golgari Guildgate, cool, and a Soldier token. So I think by now we're definitely going black-green at least here, but we'll see what the other 2 packs have in store. Ooh, this might cause us to go white a little bit more. So Conclave Tribunal. This is just like a Oblivion Ring, except for it has Convoke, so you can play it for cheaper. A Rampaging Monument. This is a great spell to put in pretty much any deck, especially if you have multiple multicolored spells. It just gets bigger and bigger. Hellkite Whelp. When it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature defending player controls, and it has flying. That's pretty decent. Might kill some small guys. And our rare is Guildmage's Forum. Tap for a colorless, or pay 1 and tap it, add 1 mana of any color. If that mana is spent on a multicolored creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Okay, so this also kind of works with the Rampaging Monument if we want to play multicolored spells. Another Golgari Guildgate, perfect, and an Elf token. So it may be actually that we want to do 3 colors here, add a little bit of white in there. But this is our last pack. 1, 2, 3. So no foils outside of our promo. Okay, so Rock Charger. It's a nice flyer. Selective Snare. That's really good against tokens. Legion Guildmage. And our last rare, Light of the Legion. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely playing 3 colors then. So this is Flying, Mentor, which means when it attacks, you get to put a 1/1 counter on something that's smaller than it. And when it dies, put a 1/1 counter on each white creature you control. So that's really good. And we have an Isn't Guildgate and a Goblin token. All right, cool. So that was our pre-release kit. And I think we're going to build a green-white-black deck. Okay, so here is the pre-release deck that I built. It is mostly green and black. It does splash white for a couple of spells. Really only 5 spells. One of them is a hybrid, so I'm not really counting that. That can be played with green. So we've got 5 white spells. And the rest of it is really just a creature-heavy deck. I put a lot of removal in here, especially ones that cause me to sacrifice my creatures or just fight with others. That way I can fill the bin and get some value out of these 2 recursion spells that I have. And also cards like the Pilfering Imp, which hopefully I can just keep sacrificing over and over to get rid of their cards. And we've also got some value engines like sacrificing our creatures to pump this guy, or just drawing cards when anything dies. So it's a lot of fighting, a lot of removal, definitely a lot of creatures, and our sideboard is actually extremely strong too. We've got a lot of life gain in there, just in case we play against any aggro heavy decks. And we also have some cards that are better in the late game if we play against any sort of control deck. So I think this deck would do pretty well. I'm not playing out of pre-release right now, just because it is the actual release day, but if I were, I'd be pretty confident in this. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, hit subscribe or press the like button, and I'll see you on the battlefield.